All right. So I got another question about GameStop, of course, and the hedge funds, Wallstreetbets, all that good stuff. Basically, what are my thoughts about it? Well, welcome back to Strongman Personal Finance, by the way. If you like my videos, you like my channel, like the video, subscribe, drop a comment, share it to your friends, and let's grow the channel so I can get rich and retire early. What are my thoughts on the hedge funds getting crushed by Wallstreetbets and GameStop? Well, I think it's pretty freaking hilarious, as a lot of people also agree with me. And here's why. On my channel, I advocate responsible investing. Instead of being stupid with your money and gambling on short-term fluctuations in the market, I think you should buy a total world stock market index fund in your IRA and your 401k, and then you just hold it for 30, 40, or 50 years. And then you grow your wealth as the wealth of the world's publicly traded companies grows. The companies make more earnings, the economy grows, the people in the economy become more efficient, our technology gets better. You grow with the economy, the world economy over time as you invest in these index funds. And you don't pay really that much money in management fees, which is really good because management fees destroy you. Now, when it comes to hedge funds, they literally do the exact opposite of what I preach. They gamble on short-term fluctuations in the market. They try to make fast, easy money for their clients, and they charge a ridiculous amount of fees. Now, hopefully I don't misquote this, but it's my understanding that hedge funds, they charge about 2% management fees, on just the base balance. And then they usually take about, I think, 20% of whatever profits the hedge fund gets. So right off the bat, with all those fees that they're taking, that's really significantly going to reduce any kind of return that you could get by investing in a hedge fund. It's stupid. And then on top of that, they're under pressure to constantly make money every year. If the clients see the hedge fund sucks for 1 or 2 years, they might start pulling their money out. Whereas that doesn't matter when you're index investing, because some years you're going to have really crappy years, and some years you're going to have good years. That's what happens with the economy. You have the business cycles. Hedge funds are different. They need to make money, and they got to do it consistently, or people pull their money out. That is the problem. They are under pressure to do stupid gambles to try to make outsized returns on the market. And what they did with GameStop is they said, well, they probably did their due diligence. They probably did their research. And they said, okay, well, GameStop has an outdated business model. They sell hard copies of games. I don't even think they're profitable. They're losing money. They're mostly in malls. Malls are going to crap. The business is probably not sustainable in the long run. So the hedge funds are like, okay, well, if we short the stock, which means they borrow the shares and they sell them with the hope of buying them back at a lower price. If we short the stock, we can make a lot of money. And while the logic is kind of sound in the long run, the market can actually stay illogical longer than you can stay solvent. Because when you borrow stock and sell it, you actually have to pay interest to the people that you borrow the money from. You can't just borrow a stock and you just have it for free. You can just sell it as long as you want. And there's also margin requirements. So if your account drops below a certain amount of equity, you actually have to put more money in to keep that specific equity balance. So what happened with GameStop is these hedge funds shorted, they took borrowed shares and they sold them. But then Wallstreetbets comes in, they identified the stock was over shorted, and they started a flurry of buying. So all these people are buying GameStop stock, and the stock is going up and up and up. And the hedge funds, if they want to recoup their losses, if they want to recoup their losses, the stock has to go down. But if they want to limit their losses, they have to freaking buy the stock back at the current market price because they need to return the stock. Now, they can wait a little bit. They can take their time. Hopefully the stock goes down. But I don't see that happening in the near term. And the whole time they're paying interest and they're getting margin calls because their equity balance is decreasing every time that stock goes up. They're throwing more money in there and more money in there. And they're losing more money and more money over and over. And that's what's happening. And these hedge funds can go completely out of business. They can go completely bankrupt. So it's really funny to me because I'm just this average guy. There's nothing special about me. I mean, yeah, I'm the most jacked man in the world. But I've always said it's stupid to short stock because you have unlimited losses. If you short a stock, and you think it's going to go down, but it goes up, that stock could go to infinity theoretically, which means you eventually have to buy that stock back at an infinity price, which results in massive losses. You might not even be able to buy the stock back. And I honestly don't even know what happens when you can't buy it back. But that's the risk of short selling. Now, you can also, I believe, buy call options to limit your losses. But I don't even think the hedge funds did that. I think they just shorted the stock with naked short sales, which means they can just have unlimited losses. That's what's going on. Now, if the hedge funds listen to me, and they have patience, and they said, okay, let's just buy the world and hold the world at rock bottom prices, eventually we make our clients a lot of money. But everybody wants to make money so fast. Everybody wants to make a dime quickly. And that's why people get screwed. So I think it's a good thing. I am happy these hedge funds are getting crushed. I hope it teaches people a lesson that you don't gamble on short-term fluctuations in the market, and that you need to find a rational investment strategy that actually makes logical sense in the long run. Now, me personally, here's how I think about it. I own a part of the world, and the more money I put in, the more pieces of the world that I own. So maybe I own 0.00001% of the world. Well, every time I put in money, I actually own a little bit more of the world. And if I own the world, all the profits that all those businesses make are my profits. Okay? That's all investing is. That's all it is. There's investing, and then there's gambling, which the hedge funds are doing. So that's my thoughts on that. I'm very happy. It might bankrupt some rich people. They'll be fine. They'll make their money back. And, maybe there'll be some regulation from the government. Maybe the government will try to step in, and I don't know. I don't know what they would do. But, eventually these hedge fund managers might lobby Congress to kind of make something happen. But in the meantime, I really don't know. So I'm pretty happy about it. I think it's hilarious. I'm not involved. I'm not buying GameStop. I'm not buying AMC. I don't play stupid games with my money because it's all a gamble. That stock will eventually crater. But it's fun to watch from the sidelines. Okay? Well, that's my thoughts on that. If you like it, like the video, subscribe, share the video to your friends so I can grow my channel and make lots of money. Leave a comment and we can have more discussions. I'm willing to take any of your questions. Any questions that are investing or politics related, as long as they won't get me banned from YouTube, which is easier and easier as time goes on. All right, that's it for that question. See you later.